Well, if you like eggs, this is some good news. You may not have to shy away from them anymore. A new government study finds they're actually 14% lower in cholesterol and 64% higher in vitamin D than previously thought. And here to explain what this means for your health is registered dietitian Cynthia Sass, author of Cinch, Conquer Cravings, Drop Pounds, and Lose Inches. Cynthia, good to see you this morning.
Good to see you too.
So you would think nutritional facts are facts. What causes this sudden change where the cholesterol drops and the vitamin D goes way up?
Well, the phrase "you are what you eat" applies to chickens too. When they're fed healthier feed, they produce healthier eggs. And according to the USDA, that seems to be what happened here.
And now for people who are for years have been watching their cholesterol and have been avoiding eggs, what does this now mean for those folks?
Well, one large egg is still 185 milligrams of cholesterol, which is almost the maximum amount recommended per day for someone with heart disease. So you can't go crazy, but the good news is that that extra vitamin D can be very beneficial.
Well, that was what I was going to ask, because everyone always thinks the yolk is the bad part, but in those people who have all been, I guess, kind of addicted to egg whites for the past couple of years, it's not so bad. There is some nutritional value in the yolk that people don't necessarily need to avoid it anymore.
That's right. It's not just the vitamin D. There's also a really important nutrient called choline. Now, about 90% of us are short on this, and it's been linked to a reduced level of inflammation in the body. You know, we know inflammation is a trigger for premature aging and disease, and one egg has about 25% of the choline we need for the whole day. So that's more good news about the whole egg. And you know what's really interesting is about 200 studies over the past 25 years have looked at the link between eggs and heart disease and found that it's really not the cholesterol, but it's saturated fat that ups the risk of heart disease. Now, an egg happens to be relatively high in cholesterol, but very low in saturated fat. And that's why foods like eggs and shellfish, which kind of also falls into that category, have been recategorized as not so bad for you.
And also eggs, there's some now links that they can actually help you lose weight, too.
Yes, very interesting. So one study that was published in the International Journal of Obesity found that when an egg was added to a low-calorie breakfast, overweight dieters lost 65% more weight than when they had the same number of calories from carbohydrate. So it's probably the protein that helps out with that, and the satiety factor as well.
And you say that there are some healthy ways to eat eggs.
That's right. You don't want to have them with bacon and white bread with butter. You want to have them with whole grains, produce, plant-based fats like pesto, natural nut butters, and things like that. And when you combine one whole egg as a lean protein with those other healthy foods, it really helps to balance out that cholesterol, because cholesterol is only found in animal foods. So when you pair it with plant-based foods, your total cholesterol in that meal is going to be quite low.
Overall, how big a surprise was this study to see these numbers, and for people that have avoided eggs for so long to be able to kind of, this is a little bit of a breakthrough, pardon the pun.
It is, because eggs are a food that we like to eat, and hearing that there's some good news about them is nice, but I think it's these agricultural practices of feeding the chickens better, healthier eggs.
All right, Cynthia Sass, thank you very much. Good to see you this morning.